We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. Muhammad Ali. He stands 6'3" tall with a 78-inch reach. And they'll be facing Larry Holmes. 6'3" with a reach of 81 inches. He weighed in at 213 pounds.
Nobody knows who's going to win. You can have an argument for the winner on both sides, but this is that fight. We'll be talking about this fight for years to come.
He is the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali, fighting out of Louisville, Kentucky. Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Eastern assassin Larry Holmes, the man that beat Muhammad Ali but never has really gotten his just due. Criminally underrated. Let's see what he's got in store for us in this one.
This is going to be one hell of a fight.
This bout is scheduled for 15 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, here is the Olympic gold medalist and legend of boxing, the only three-time lineal heavyweight champion of the world. He floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee. The one and only, the greatest, Muhammad Ali. Fighting out of the blue corner from Easton, Pennsylvania, here is one of boxing's all-time greats, the heavyweight champion of the world, known as the Eastern Assassin, introducing Larry Holmes.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
Todd, it's one of my favorite venues. You can't get a better place to fight.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be two that we're talking about. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Back and forth they go. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
If you want to corner an outside fighter, make them fight off the rope because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin them down. Throw a blanket on them.
By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. They exchange punches. Punch caught him clean. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Straight right just misses. Punch, counter punch. Just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Good defense on that left hook. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Ali in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Go back out there and win the round.
Great work, great work. I love that. I love that. Jab slick.
And then we go again. Right, let's get out there. Get
In the middle. You can't miss him. Great work. Stay focused. Don't let
the round off. Win the round on your jab. And breathe.
Oh, he's just taking a big breath, and here we go again. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This fighter focuses on those long, straight punches, staying on the outside, and winning round after round.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
That hook was off target. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
A perfect counter shot. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Incredible firepower from both of these heavyweights. The straight right just misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Well, you know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
That's, I'm happy. Good man, good man.
Gathering your pace and win this round back. Take away that confidence. Stop him in
You were there. You were thinking. You were smart. You weren't loading up. But you were
Get your mind back on the job. Get back out there.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They call it the glory division. There's nothing quite like a heavyweight fight. It doesn't take much to win it. The right hook just missed. Swing and a miss with that hook. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Whoa, Johnny! Oh, the Eastern Assassin in some trouble here! They somehow weathered the storm.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Well done with that counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Ali in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Box him back together and put it back on him in this round.
Here we go to the 4th round. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him, Don't get drawn into a fight, not yet, not until your senses have come back.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. You'd like to see more jabs. The perfect counter lands. Good counter punch. This fight has a real good flow to it. He threw the hook, didn't land. Beautiful counter shot. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show him your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use pain as a blow.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Now, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
I like that round. Good work. Just keep him on the end of that.
This next round, I need you to go back out there.
Start sticking in a few body shots in there. Bury it up a little bit so we can't figure you out.
Just boxing. Just be smart.
And there's the bell for round 5. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
And he scores with the counter. Lucky that hook didn't score. That counter shot lands. They're both trying for a knockout. If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. That was the moment.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Ali in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Wow, it was like two different leagues.
Boxing back together. You got complacent.
Good work, that's it. Now breathe, breathe. Just get your breath back. Good.
You had everything in the bag, and now you...
There's the bell for round 6. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Swing and a miss with the jab. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Nice defense, avoiding the right uppercut. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. Nice counter shot. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you start thinking, you've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket them.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Nice counter. And Larry Holmes goes down. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
I need to see that again.
Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive and then give it back the next round.
Okay, now you're switching off. You're starting to make mistakes, you're switching off.
You were smart, you weren't loading up, but you were still...
Get your focus back, get that jab back. Just box in, be smart.
Don't get carried away. Think about the defence on end and think about what you do. Good work. Now, don't want you to load up. Don't be looking there for a one shot at a time.
It's not over yet. You've got to go out there and win this round. You had everything.
He's hurt. He's ready to go. But you've got to be smart. Otherwise, he'll see it.
And there's the bell to start round 7. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Insane action. Beautiful counter punch. He blocks the hook. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Nice counter shot. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Good counter punching. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Ali in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you...
Now relax. Stay focused.
And there's the bell for round 8. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
How about that time counter shot? You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Incredible work rate. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
A straight right just misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next...
Good round. I like that. I'm happy.
Both fighters starting to get tired as we start round 9. Coming off a very tough round, let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. He missed with that jab. Catch and shoot. They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Straight right just misses. Nice counter punch. Can't land the jab there. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this? Talk about Ali in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Take the round off, win the...
Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good? Relax now.
Get out there and sweet shot. Get it.
This is the 10th. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight, not yet, not until your senses have come back.
Beautiful counter punch. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. That counter shot lands. Jab slightly off target. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Wow, let's take another look at that.
I've got to see that again.
The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your eagle's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Good counter punch. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
You've done all your work all the way through camp.
Getting your time in already. The right hand's beautiful. That's it. Stop.
And there's the bell for round 11. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle, man. He's got to bluff it.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. The straight right just misses. A perfect counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. That uppercut can't get through. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've got in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight...
And the heavyweight legend goes to the canvas. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
A knockout victory. That is... Todd, did you see the shot? That's not a knockout. That's an assassination. What a shot.